esteemed Sri Madan ji, esteemed Sri Ashok ji, the ministers from Rajasthan and Gujarat, the prospective places for the Third World Ayurveda Congress, esteemed Vice Chancellor, our respected Professor Doipade, Dr. Bhatkar, Sri Jay Kumar, and all the battalion of people who worked, toiled hard day and night to bring this to a successful conclusion. Now, at this late moment, I don't want to speak much as a valedictory address, but some basic points, how we are taking Ayurveda to the forefront, how we want to globalize Ayurveda so that the entire humanity benefits that. I think a few words on that one. Friends, if Ayurveda has survived in this country, it was only because of the sustained effort of the practitioners and the people who used it. And if Ayurveda should have a future, it certainly depends upon the teachers, the students who become the future practitioners, the current practitioners, the drug manufacturers, and the medicinal plant cultivators. And therefore, all of us together should think of Ayurveda as the futuristic medicine, work hard. Now, in all these parallel sessions, there was overflowing delegate rush to listen to the various papers. And therefore, year after year, you will find response will be spontaneously coming forward to learn more Ayurveda and participate in the profession of Ayurveda. Now, the response from the rest of the world is also so spontaneous. And therefore, there is a greater duty on we Indians, which built up this tradition, which built up its heritage, to preserve it for the future and share our knowledge with the rest of the humanity. It's a sacred duty that all of us should work. Fortunately for us, there was a government of India which established the Department of Ayush, the Medicinal Plant Board, and these two bodies are giving considerable support to the growth of Ayurveda. Now, we have prepared a Pune Declaration. I don't want to read the whole thing, but only few salient points. First thing is we want to request the government and the state governments that Ayurveda is the national system of health care and it has to be protected, preserved, and fostered. That means the budget allocation should be enhanced considerably. From the current status of 3% of the total allocation to healthcare, it has to be enhanced to at least 30%. We don't mind that the other 70% can go to allopathy, but at least there should be a tenfold increase for, in the allocation for Ayurveda. We also feel that there is a need for a separate Ministry of Ayurveda and a separate minister for Ayurveda. And these two are the major demands that we make to the government. In addition to one small request, Dhanvantari Day every year should be declared as the National Health Day. And all over the country, Vijnana Bharati units are celebrating Dhanvantari Day. Most of the Ayurveda colleges are celebrating it, and therefore we will make it a national event. Dhanvantari Day will be the National Health Day. And when we talk about taking Ayurveda to the future, naturally there should be a complete revamp in the education system. A lot of people yesterday and the day before talked about the education system, and there is a need for setting up a task force to look into the curriculum in Ayurveda. And when we are thinking of Ayurveda for the world, we have to see that some condensed courses, short-term courses are planned with a diploma or certificate, which also should be authentically recognized. The government has a duty to see that these degrees are recognized by the rest of the nations in the world so that Ayurveda is accepted as a system. From our point of view, the most important aspect is the whole success of humanity in their health will depend upon our work. We have the grandest heritage handed down to us, a perfect system of holistic healthcare for the entire humanity. And it's our sacred duty to protect it, preserve it, pass it on to the future generation. All of us should work hard, and this should be our mission. With these few words, I request all of you to support our future activity. There are 5 pages of Pune Declaration, but our leader asked me to read the last statement. I think it is worth also. With your permission, I will read that. This World Congress feels that there should be a permanent secretariat, fully staffed and equipped to coordinate the activities and programs with regard to Ayurveda. It should be governed by a board of advisors nominated by Vijnana Bharati as well as the University of Pune. Day-to-day management vested in the hands of professional management staff. It is proposed that the secretariat be located in the campus of Pune University in a separate building called Dhanvantari Bhavan, and the surplus fund from the Second World Ayurveda Congress will be utilized for this purpose. That may not be sufficient. We have to contact all other public people to support us, including governments, so that it will be a good Dhanvantari Bhavan, and we will be proud of our grand heritage. The organizers call for support from one and all for the new beginning. And Vijnana Bharati will also be housed, the Pune unit will be housed in the Dhanvantari Bhavan. So let us all together declare that Dhanvantari Day will be hereafter the National Health Day. Let us celebrate it. We will request the government also to declare it as the National Health Day. Thank you all.